Hello. My name is Jim Lee, and I'm so glad that you are joining me. The title of my conversation with you today is Conscious Beyond Belief. Can you believe that? Yeah, we're on this journey into knowing. And what I'm focusing in on today is the I, the interdimensional I, or the I am of us. Some of you may know this great philosopher of old, and he had this wonderful saying. It is, I am strong to the finish because I eat me spinach. And of course, that is Popeye, the sailor man. And he had this saying also, I am what I am, and that's all that I am. And he declared this over and over again because he was Popeye the Sailor Man. What Popeye was actually saying is that he was living in this awareness that in his life he was going to be himself. And of course, eat some spinach. But he lived his life from an authentic identity. He remained, I would say, loyal to himself, to his friends, and to his community. And despite all of the odds against him, and mainly this big guy named Pluto, Popeye the Sailor Man prevailed. And I say because he was authentically himself. And Carl Jung had the saying that I like. He said, the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. So today I'm focusing on the I am of us, the I am of you. And to begin this conversation, just want to say the I am of us is very powerful because that's our identity. That's who we say we are, is where we're coming from. It is what we're saying to the world, hey, this is who I am. And our identity affects everything. It shapes our life. It impacts our values. It supports us in whatever choices that we make. It determines our relationship. Who do we say we are? Our identity is really important. So whenever we say these words, I am, like I said, we're telling, first of all, ourselves who and what we are. We're telling the world what we are. And we're choosing the lens by which we are seeing life, by which we're beholding life itself. It determines what we see and how we see it. Now, there is a dynamic, what I'm calling an interdimensional conversation that's going on between, I'm going to say that we have several I ams within us. And each one of them are wishing to have this moment to be able to speak through them. Which one of these I ams are we going to give voice to because they're there? First of all, I want to be clear about something. What I'm talking about is a holistic approach now, and that is we've got the divine in us, and plus we've got the human, the ego in us. And there's a discernment that needs to take place so we can listen to which one of these voices are coming forth and which one we really want to identify with. But in New Thought and in spiritual movement, I just want us to be careful that sometimes the ego is kind of loud and we're used to it and we don't like it and we want to throw it out. And I'm just saying, be careful, we're not throwing any parts of us out. We're not throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Because if it's a part of us, then maybe it's there for a reason. So we're going to live in a holistic way with these I ams. And see that even if we may have an ego part of us saying, I am this and I am that, let's see where it's pointing to. If an ego part of me is saying, I am so hurt or I am unworthy, hold on to that. See where it's pointing to. because really what it's pointing to is a place that needs to have some love within us. So let's go into this now with a very holistic approach. So now, the lenses that I'm talking about is 4 of them. 4 of the I ams. First one is I am of matter. Then is I am of personality. I am of spirit. And I am of miracles. So let's look at the first one, and that is I am of matter. When we take a look at that, we're looking through the lens of our identity that's rooted in this 3-dimensional realm in our body, in a body of affairs. Just like if we're an athlete, we're not going to sit down at the couch and just binge watch Netflix and not do anything. That identity that we're an athlete is going to have us move beyond the couch. It's going to have us doing things and spending our time building our physical and mental endurance. And that's what happens when we focus our identity, where it's coming from. If we're having our identity that we're a father or a mother, we're not going to spend all of our time and paycheck on frivolous things. We're going to take a look at our family because that's what we're identifying with. And that is so good. And that's just part of just who we are as a human being on this planet. And the next thing is, guess what? We've got a personality. And sometimes we can identify with the personality. Years ago, you would say, I'm an introvert or I'm an extrovert. But now we've got all kinds of tests that you could take, from Myers-Briggs to Enneagram to Strength Finders and Big Five, and oh gosh, I could name them on and on. And they are basically designed to take a look at supporting us as who we are. And some of us will know. We can say, well, I am shy. We can say, I am determined. That's a little bit of mine. And this part of mine is the Enneagram is an 8. And I am focused. And all of these things is our personality type. And it's okay. We just need to be aware of them. Remember now, this I is now moving. And this is an interdimensional I that we're talking about. And now we're coming to the other I, and that is I am of spirit. This is who we identify with. We're pointing to our spirit all of the time. Now, we have an affirmation here, and we say, I know who I am. I am a child of God. I am one with the one. Now, this is the core of everything, is our spirit. And when we have the ability to go into and identify with that Christ presence, which is love that's within us, that is absolutely potent and powerful. And then we can come from this identity. And once it marinates and we become to the point where this love identity permeates every part of us, the personality part of us, the physical world matter of us, then it goes into the next one, and that is, I am a miracle. I am of miracles. I am miracle, because it puts it all together. When we are spirit, we're coming from love all the time. Now, I am miracles of miracles, meaning that this is beyond us believing it. This is beyond us hoping it. This is beyond us having faith in it. This means we are it. We are unconditional love, and that's our identity. Then it affects our personality, and it affects our body of affairs and everything that we do. We're coming from this identity And love is the activity of miracles. So to live and breathe in all of these identities and for them to be in coherence with love, that is the makings of miracles. And now we are living in miracles. And so when I say, and I'm inviting you to say, I am a miracle, means we're not limited by any momentary manifestation or even what I have to come to understand about the laws of physics and what I've been controlled and ruled by things in the past. I am a miracle. It means we're designed to be what I would call spiritual shapeshifters, to be visionaries and manifestors of what has never been ever seen before and done before. It means that we're bringing forth the impossible. The love that's within us is so potent, so powerful, that once we align with it completely and it becomes our identity in every area of our life, it just transforms everything. So today, I want us to experience our identity of who we really are as a living miracle. And as we just allow that to move through all of our identities, and we come back that love is our true source, we are in the highest possible vibration here on this planet. We become I am that I am. And that's who you are, is a living miracle. So we have a closing affirmation for you. Take this in. Let it marinate with you. And it is this: I live and breathe in and as the miraculous. Identify with the Spirit of the living God. And so it is. Amen.